so many things, like how to love and how to lose and how to choose.
Well, hello everybody, this is Linda Carbonell and welcome to another edition of Walking Through Life. Today I'm excited. I'm at Briggs Opera House and I am interviewing Tim about the fashion show that's going on tonight. So Tim, you want to tell everybody, I didn't get your last name.
Yeah, it's Duggan, Tim Duggan. I've been doing this with Kim, this show, for about almost 20 years.
Wow. Wow. And I've been to one of the fashion shows and I thought it was awesome. You got, you know, awesome models, awesome music, and just everybody's excited. And so tell me a little bit about how the fashion show works.
Well, the original fashion show was in the Tip Top Cafe, and it was a community event. It's always been about community, it's been about diversity, not just beauty and not just fashion and not just fun, well, mostly fun, but in a relaxed atmosphere. It's, you know, we used to have a fall and a spring back in the day. And of course it's to promote Revolution Vintage or Revolution clothing store.
And one of the things I've noticed too is that Revolution has grown from where I remember when it started, and now they have their own designers. They sell things on commission, and you know, so they do feature some up and coming fashion.
Yes, there's a great community of designers in this area, and they've been with us for a while now. Renee Francis G, Mark Merrill. This jacket was actually done by Maid Marian. She did some wonderful work on the back.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
So she supported independent designers for many years. There's a few others. There's a lot of jewelry makers.
Yeah, they've got some nice jewelry. I've gone in and looked, really nice jewelry. And you know, I remember a while back, they didn't really focus on big people like myself. But as I've seen the store grow more and more, there's big clothes. And it really encourages me to take my friends there and say, hey, look at these wonderful clothes for our size, you know, for real women with curves, you know. Yeah. And I just think that's great, and I'm great that Sue got that going and got on that.
Yeah,
so.
It's a major part of the show. The diversity of shapes and sizes and ages, you know, so again, you come back to that idea of community and bringing everybody under one roof.
I think it's awesome. You know, and this fashion show actually inspired me to do my own on CATV on my show. I did 2 fashion shows where I just had my outfits and I just walked down and show everybody what it looked like. And it felt really good. It felt awesome to be able to just stand there, very proud of who I was and the way I looked. And I think that's what this fashion show has represented it for me anyway, along with helping the community. And having great community events like this, I think, is so important. And people get involved, you know.
Well, so it's not just a fashion show, as you know, it becomes a dance afterwards.
No, I didn't know that.
So that's where the real fun happens. It's always had an emphasis on DJs, VJs. As you can see, we have a big screen behind us. You know, we're going to be capturing images during the show, manipulating them with VJ software. It's called Module 8. So it's going to make a sort of stunning, psychedelic background for whatever fashions are coming down. But that's always been a part of it from the very, very beginning. You know, and that sort of blends seamlessly into the whole idea of a dance afterwards, because you know, you've still got the effects, you've got the lights, you've got the fashion, you've got the music. I mean, we always make sure the sound is good. That's kind of been my thing, is the sound, the projections. Yeah. The lighting, you know, tying those things together under a budget. So we can also raise money for local nonprofits like Wise. And
yes, I remember that, and that's so good. And it's just, I really am glad that we have brought this so that we can not only get the community involved, but also work for some nonprofits that really need help. So
I hear Kim's voice now, actually off stage. And so she has this infectious laugh, giggle, and you know, she's.
Do you think we can get her to come out?
Yeah, I'm sure we can. She'll show up in a second. She'll show up at just the right time.
Yeah. Yeah.
She, I guess, when she went to Mascoma High, she was voted most likely to. It was basically, it wasn't community organizer, but to draw people around her to help her do cool stuff. So she's been doing this. She's been working nonstop ever since she was, 14 or something. She's been working. And so, I mean, and this kind of folds back to the idea of the do-it-yourself culture of the Upper Valley. It's like people come here and they're like, oh, it's boring. It's like, well, maybe you're boring, or you're not creative, or you're not putting enough into it. I work at Dartmouth College, and I work with students, and many people show up and expect entertainment, expect a mall,
Yeah.
or whatever. They expect a certain level of service, and really, I think we don't want to lose that up here. We want people to come here and be creative and start from nothing and build something.
I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly what I did. Started from absolutely nothing with the idea of doing my show and being self-empowered to make a difference. And I think that's what I've done. And from what I understand, that's what you're talking about right now. Yeah. And I think it's important too. And I also like to say, because I am somebody that's disabled, but years ago I used to think because I'm disabled I couldn't go and do anything, but I can. And I love to participate in life. I love to do things here in White River Junction or wherever it is that I can reach. So I feel like from down here saying you're disabled, just staying home, to I have grown to up here and I can do what I want to do. I can be self-empowered and do things. And I think that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
This idea of the fashion show came from somewhere, like you said, Sue. So she was empowered to try something new, and I think that's important for people in our community to see, to reach to.
Yeah, and I think the whole area in the nation, obviously, but Vermont and the Upper Valley in particular, and Dartmouth, are getting serious about diversity. And I know Jarvis Green is doing a lot of work with bringing black theater into the Upper Valley. Well, there aren't any black people in the Upper Valley. Well, no, but there are. And there are people that are staying, people that are moving here and staying, people that, from Latino background, all sorts of people are moving here. So they're feeling welcome. So putting out the idea that this is a welcoming place is going to pay off. It's just going to take a while, and that's okay too. I don't think anyone should complain that we haven't changed quickly enough.
No, I think we have. I think we've grown up quite a bit since when I first came here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I remember Matt Busey bought the building. I was the first one to meet him when he came into town. I was really excited with his vision because he told me what he wanted to do with the building, and it was like, wow.
The Tip Top.
Yeah, the Tip Top building, yeah.
I think his first building was the Mill, and that was studios and living spaces, and then the Tip Top. And that's actually that strain of the culture, I can't say this on the air.
Why not?
The gay mafia, just say it right now. No, the wonderfully creative people that have moved to this area and have invested everything into it. So I'm talking about David Ford.
Yes.
I think he's out. Everybody, Matt Gabriel, all these people have come in. But I remember meeting for the first time in the Tip Top building. It was a bakery, and there was a refrigerator, and it was a cooler, and they had an art opening there. And it was a refrigerator, it wasn't cold. Well, it was cold, actually. It was a cold time of year. And it was just the most bleak, dismal, Kafka-like environment you've ever seen. But there were these really interesting people in this bizarre exhibit of medical technology, and it was really weird. And I walked in there, I was like, oh, there are weird people in this area. And
weird is good, though.
Yeah.
I like weird.
Yeah. And I remember other people, like art aficionados, coming from Woodstock and walking in and just stunned and paralyzed, and then slowly relaxing. It's like, oh, well, we're brothers and sisters in the creative blah, blah, blah endeavor. So, yeah, it's fun. It's fun to play with that.
And it's nice, too, that now we know about the Rio Blanco Club and all that it does. It's nice that the community can learn more you know, that we can find out more about you. And, you know, so I always like to see if I can invite you guys to do any kind of a show, you know, that you would like. I mean, if I know when there's a fashion show or when there's the Gory Days Parade or there's something special coming up, you know, I think it would be great to be able to let the rest of the community know so they can come knocking on the door. Here I am.
Yeah, well, so the Rio Blanco Social Club is, it's an organization. But it actually exists under the umbrella of the Main Street Museum, the nonprofit. And we put on 2-3 events a year. So the main ones are the big parade and dance, which is coming up.
Yes.
And then they used to be involved in, I may need help from our director over here. They did help with the Oscar party at some point. At some point, they helped with the fashion show. There are some other things they've done. They've done the river flotillas. It's kind of a partnership with bringing all of the organizations together. So Revolution, Main Street Museum, you know, Matt Busey and his projects, the Tip Top Media and Arts Building, you know, the Cartoon School.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, those people are big partners, and others.
Could we add Walking Through Life?
Yeah, you know, it's a very exclusive club. No, I don't know. It's usually the meetings are held in Revolution. And, you know, Revolution has a little coffee bar back there,
Yeah,
and
I saw
Kim,
it.
you know, she'll get you coffee for free. You don't have to pay. No. And we have, you know, we'll always have at least 2 or 3 meetings a year to talk about these projects.
The 3 events, yeah.
Yeah, it's changed over the years. The solid one is the Halloween parade, the Gory Days Parade.
Yeah, I've had so many people comment about that. Yeah, I mean, I fell in love with it the first year. It was like,
Well, every year is a ball, so this year is the crystal ball.
the crystal ball. Do they have that up here?
Here's Kim.
He's Kim. Hi, Kim.
Kim, come on and say hello to the folks at home.
Can you come up and say
Oh,
hi?
she's getting made up. Oh.
It's really good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. I think I haven't seen you since the last fashion show that
you
I
filmed?
Yeah, that I
Yes.
filmed. Yeah, so
That was
I'm
a good
excited to be here today and doing this interview, and I'm really excited that Chico's here to film the fashion show. And I actually almost signed up myself, but I'm not ready yet, I don't think.
All right. Well,
But I did, just so you know, you inspired me. I've done 2 fashion shows on Walking Through Life with my own stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
with your own stuff, are you making stuff?
Oh, no,
Oh, no.
no. I get it secondhand, find it secondhand, like at the thrift stores or, you know, something that I see online that I like. So I think it's fun. I wanted to say thank you, because we've got a wide variety of sizes now. And I went into your store actually the other day with my case manager, and we saw all these things, and I'm saying, look, it's my size.
Yeah, I mean, we don't always have control over what sizes we have because we don't, a lot of the stuff we don't order. Some things we do and we try to, but, you know, it's definitely a goal of ours to have a nice mix of sizes.
You had a whole rack of it, and I was just so inspired. Dresses, shirts, you know, it's great. So I just wanted to let you know while you're here that you're somebody that I really look up to.
Oh, thank you. Well, I feel the same way.
You can give me a hug.
I'd love to give you a hug. This is our community.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks, Kim.
All right, and I'll
Thank you.
talk to you later.
Bye. She's a little busy. Got show in about,
She's
doors are in about an hour or so, yeah.
And this is being filmed for CATV, so obviously the community will be able to see it here. So this is exciting. So I wanted to know if you had any comments
Yeah.
that maybe you'd like to give the public.
I think I just wanted to distill things a little bit. So, you know, I went to school out west. I lived out west. I lived in Austin. I lived in Bay Area, Boulder, Santa Fe. I was looking for the perfect place because I always wanted to be in nature, but also to be in a place where there's some culture and fun. And of course, there's all kinds of opportunities for that. But I moved back here, and I always wonder why. Because it is hard, obviously. Everywhere's hard. But, you know, it's like 10 degrees in February. So why? Because I love people, art, community, fun, and nature. I love those things. Why? Because they ground me. They make me feel like I'm doing something positive. And so why? Because, you know, it's that essence of fun and joy that really matters. So that's what I kind of wanted to get to that.
What a great message. I really enjoy that too. And love to have you come and talk more about that.
Sure.
You know, what you found, you know, I mean, it's kind of like me. I had to transcend from negative to positive. And the more I went to positive, the more I found that my life got better and better and better. So I like to focus on things like that too. So I'd love to have you, I guess, again, maybe we could talk about that. You know, that would be great. And
Love to.
I know you're busy and you're going to get started on the fashion show soon, so I'm going to let you go do that, but thank you so much for speaking to me and the audience, and we get to know you a little bit more now. So, like I said,
It's my pleasure.
yeah, love to have you come back. Thank you, Tim.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So this is Linda Carbonell, and we're saying goodbye for Walking Through Life today. Enjoy the fashion show. Bye-bye.
sunshine on through. I feel it touch my skin.
I'll be the one to shine your way.